According to ProjectSanctuary.org, on average, nearly 20 people per minute are victims of physical violence by an intimate partner in the United States. In 1 year only, this equates to more than 10 million women and men. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men have experienced some form of physical and sexual violence in their lifetime. Abuse. 1 in 7 women and 1 in 18 men have experienced stalking victimization by their early 20s. Feeling very fearful, believing that themselves or someone else would be harmed or even worse, killed. Anxiety. According to World Health Organization, violence begins young. 1 in 4 young women from ages 15 to 24 years old that were in relationships experienced violence from their partners by the time they're mid-20s. According to the highcourt.com, in India and Pakistan alone, estimated 75.1 million children see violence inflicted on their parents. Children are also victims too. It is projected that domestic abuse victims tend to abuse other people. Cycles will continue to repeat if our current generations continue this toxic behavior. When I was a child, my mother was a victim of physical abuse. Eventually, she became free of those partners. Seeing her crying and hurting made me feel helpless, but that was just the tip of the iceberg for what she was experiencing. Abuse ends now. Globally, 275 million children witness firsthand violence at home. The feeling I had as a child, my heart being weighed down into the lowest realm of my being. With me being a mother myself, I felt heavily compelled to leave any and every toxic relationship. Married, feeling stuck in a toxic relationship, finally mustered up the courage to get a divorce. I left with no car, no house, no money, no material possessions, forgetting all the dreams and aspirations we had built together for the sake of my inner peace and my child's safety. I had no idea how I was going to provide for myself and my daughter. I felt lost. And again, I felt helpless. Mostly ashamed. Moving back in with my parents at 24 and a child. Who was to blame? I felt like I was a failure. According to highcourt.com, battered women who stay with their abusers are at a 75% less risk of getting killed by them. Their home isn't safe for them, but leaving, ironically, puts their lives at greater risk. Organizations like the National Domestic Violence Hotline provide victims with ample support without putting them in a tight spot. Contentment is what I felt when I finally decided to leave him. Yet again, anxiety. Another issue for me to fight. Constant thought in my mind, but he knows where I live. Fear. Fake evidence appearing as reality. According to High Court, reported intimate partner abuse cases ballooned over threefold in Hubei, China. A month into COVID-19 lockdown, 9 in 10 domestic abuse victims experience extreme emotional distress. More than 47% deal with PTSD, 20% get depressed, and over 14% live with anxiety. It's time to break free. Peace and blessings.